Okay, I'm back. And I've decided today that, well, my friend Alex from Russia hasn't posted anything in a long time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay online here like the guys do. And you'll just have to deal with, the breaks in where I basically say nothing. And I'm going to try to I've got kind of an agenda already. I try not to write it down because is is not my life is not dissimilar to people trying to make a drug deal. You don't want to get it too planned because you'll get caught by the cops. You have to keep it really spontaneous. But that's how my legal life is that I have to really, just seize the moment, if you will, or won't, whatever. So I have kind of made myself a cheap wearable camera with some wood glue, a broken webcam, and well, let's just take a look at my setup. People always say to me, of course, no one says this stuff. I just like to say it because I'm humoring myself. Basically, is what it is. It's funny to me. They look at my PC and they're like, Sherry, we thought that your PC had so much more hardware in it, and I'm like, no, it doesn't. So this is what my PC looks like. It's too dark to see it. Oh, I can turn the light on. I'll be right back. This is my PC. You can't open the DVD or CD drive. It has no unnecessary cover on it, to make it look pretty or sharp. I've undone several different cords that I looked at, and I could just tell by looking at them if they were unnecessary. I'm using a ukulele tuner battery as a BIOS battery. This is take a look inside. You can see it. It's probably too dark. Look, there's barely anything there. So it's basically a piece of crap. So how does it work? It works because I make it work. It works because I continually, what's the word for it? Optimize it. And unfortunately, in that, there could be so much potential is being lost here, because I hate to break it to you, but I am not actually the ISP for Northwest Arkansas, and we need to have that stopped. I've talked to Cox, and I think they need to put a little bit more effort in to making this not a problem for me. Especially since Social Security Disability was hacked. Everyone knows it was hacked. They've got two separate systems. What is the old system that people still think exists? It's got all the hack in it. Well, guess what, folks? They caught it right away. All right. Okay, now we're switching from, it's really all related for me. Because I was on a patient portal, which is a computer system, and I noticed one time when I logged in that there had been a SQL injection, and I'm not going to blame the hospital for it because, vulnerabilities exist, and if someone wants in badly enough and they have proximity to somebody else who has passwords to get in, they can do whatever they want. So, because sometimes you truly do have to have a physical interaction or telephone interaction. The guy who wrote this book lives in the same state that I do. And what stands out the most to me is hackersforcharity.org. And that's not the organization that I'm going to be donating half of my proceeds to when I finally have the time. This is Johnny Long, by the way. Johnny Long is one of the most respected hackers in the world. So, and I'm going to tell you something right now. Okay, we got another log on here. Let's log this critter out. Oh, I got my Diolingus medicine right here. Okay, let's log this intruder out. We got the Quack XP. Log them out. Do you have a question? I didn't think so. And log them back out of there. This is just an ongoing process here. Now I have to reorient my GoPro or Go. I made it up basically. It is not. I'd love to have a GoPro, but those are pretty expensive cameras. So we're working with junk. And I'm telling you, even with junk, and I don't like to boast, but even with junk, I think they said I'm still about approximately 10 years ahead. So we're going to go back in time a little bit. I just watched something. I think I posted it. Woo! Trippy. You can do this on a Linux machine, this recursive thing. I'm going to probably be on all day. I'm going to try to figure out how to do the live stream online instead of offline, because that would be considered, you know, how that one guy got caught surveillancing, like perversion wise, that actress. I can't remember her name, but there are probably some people I follow that know her personally. And he watched her for what they say was a year. That's probably all they caught. But I'm going to tell you, these things take time, but you will be caught. I know that, you know, I'm in what they used to call the radio room here in Greenwood. Well, I changed the name to try to take control back of my life, because I am also a watched person. Not as bad as it used to be. I was severely physically injured in the process. We won't go into that right now. But, okay, let's see. Where was I? I just saw something really exciting, and I'm going to kind of walk through this. But first, I'm going to see if I can figure out how to live stream. Shouldn't be that hard. So try to focus here. Guess I don't have to worry because I'm not. Well, I'm offline live streaming right now. So I may experience some interference with people wanting me not to live stream, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm going to try to get on Twitch. Okay, so let me look where my camera's pointing. And if I can get this, is there a smallness here that I can do? I can't adjust the size of this, but I can adjust the size of my browser. So, okay, whoa, okay. Now, I have this, it's called the, now I didn't ask, you know, the FBI if I could put this thumbnail here. It's just that when I saw the offline live stream, well, to me, and maybe I'm wrong, but we're going to, you know, I'm going to exercise my human rights, and I'm going to, you know, go ahead and walk through this wrong or right, because honestly, I guess that's what makes me a little bit different than some people. I don't care if I'm wrong or right, as long as I'm not physically or emotionally hurting anyone. So I'm going to try see what this, okay, you can't just push that and make it happen like magic. Well, I'll be darned, it may be magic. Okay, now I have a really extreme case of dry eye because I had LASIK. And I went ahead last night when I found the offline live stream, and my sister, who I'm violating my own HIPAA, which is different because it's not a violation. I've already stated that I'm sick, otherwise I wouldn't be fucking disabled. Yeah, I'm a disabled person. I'd like to tell you I have Tourette's, but that'd be a lie. It's just an excuse to talk harshly, which I don't care if I do or not. If you want harsher, you can go listen to Eli the computer guy. Okay, so I'm going to take this thumbnail off because this isn't really the FBI's website. I would think you would know because it actually has my name, Cheryl Jennings, on it, and I assure you I'm not with the FBI. But when I saw my sister and myself on that thumbnail, so I didn't set this creator's account up. I found it. I didn't ask for it. I didn't pay for it. I just found it. So let me put a more appropriate. I thought, well, what should I do? Because who do I call? Saying that someone has stolen my mail, someone has stolen my passwords, and I thought it might be a deterrent. If I just put in, something where, okay, well, if you're here, then go there. It doesn't stream from the FBI. Oh, it doesn't stream. I'm going to use that for a thumbnail. That's cute, I guess. Let's see. Did I do that? So I'm still supposedly, okay, live stream offline. There we go. Okay, that's cute. Now I'm going to take that. That was just a sort of like a hint, hint. I'm not playing, and I fully intend, even if I have to spend years doing it, on having these individuals stop running a gaming server, an Ubuntu gaming server, and having Xbox show up on my computer, which now has been compromised, having had a folder full. First of all, who in the heck would delete a folder called No Child Left Behind? I had a folder called No Child Left Behind, and it had pictures of some of my child relatives and just other people in there. Now, I just don't understand who would do that. And I don't really want to know, but I just want to get this fixed. Enable live. It's easier. This live chat thing is easier than I thought. Enable live chat. Enable slow mode. You are being all changes are saved, and then automatically block spam. Yes, I hope so. Community automatically block spam words in chat. You can say what you want, but I hope you'll be polite, because when I'm around on these kind of live streams, a lot of times they'll just break. That's what happened with Watch People Code, and I'm hoping that doesn't happen here, because it was a really big imposition on the person who created the program. So live stream off, and community settings. I don't have a community at this point. Okay, moderator. Oh, see, I don't know. I don't know how to do this. I don't have a moderator, unless it's me. Approved users, comments, hidden users. There are no hidden users. Blocked words. Let's see. Blocked words, orange, Granny Smith, and grapefruit. I am going to block, by blocking it, I'm not sure what to do there. Well, if it becomes a problem, now look at that, my live stream, okay, stream now, go live. It says live stream is off. Oh, okay. I see something here. I don't know what this means, but it looks like it might be a big problem. The stream name or key. Well, I just found this live stream last night with this picture of me and my sister on it as a thumbnail. I didn't put it there, but huh. Well, the live streaming may take a little bit more work than I thought. Let's see. Stream key name. I don't know what that means. You have to have the key to get in. Is it? I don't understand. Enable live chat. I need to slow down and be as comfortable as my male counterparts doing these. I haven't seen Go Ask an Engineer for quite some time. We're struggling a little bit, and it's not, I don't think it's your average or the majority of guys that's causing it. I think it's a few guys and gals that are making it impossible for women to feel very comfortable online. I think it's a minority at this point of people who are making others uncomfortable. Shit. Oh well. Okay. Here we go. My camera is broken again, so wood glue isn't necessarily the best for plastics, but that's all I had. Here we go. Okay. So clearly, I don't know how to. The hell. Okay, anyway, so well, it looks like I'm going to be sort of cut off here, but that's fine because the live stream isn't exactly what I was getting on here to do. What I got really excited because I found, let's see, I watched a little video that I put on my Twitter account, which if you want to follow me legally, you can always get a Twitter account of your own, and either I follow you or you request to follow me, because if you can see this, if you can see my Twitter stream and I'm not following you or you're not following me with my permission, then you're in a locked private account. But what I want to show you is I was watching a little video on film discs, and I think I might have one. So if you look at these partitions here, okay, anyway, so what we have here is, okay, a D drive is typically, as you know, the recovery drive. But here it's a CD drive. But it's not that easy to get there. Like I already knew that was basically the crux of this entire PCI incompliant I guess it's a home business for some, but it's just a home, educational tool for me. So you've got the CD-ROM, and it's got 0 free bytes of 666 megs, and the file system is a CDFC, okay? And that's the recovery drive. And I can show you something really funny too, but I can't film it when I show it, so I'll have to use my phone to film that. I have somebody actually was funny enough to come in and change what they call the legacy drive before you get to the BIOS. They call it the fake legacy drive, which was hilarious because that's exactly what it is. Now, the only way I can get this to show up is if I plug in this super old ScanDisk Cruiser. It's a 4 gig, which is just storage. It's a 4 gigabyte SAN, not scan. It's a 4 gigabyte SAN disk. That's comfortable. That makes me comfortable, that word SAN, around kids. And anyway, so the only way I can get this drive to show up, because there's a lot of partitioning problems here. First of all, no, the D drive should always be reserved for recovery. And then the E drive, which is the same exact thing because that's the CDC DVD right there. So there's 2 separate volumes. I'm going to call them volumes because that's what they're called. 2 separate. Now this one actually has, I don't know what. Let's take a look at the properties. The file system is unknown. Well, that's not even a big surprise. And then you got your ScanDisk. So basically it looks like, well, and then sharing, it says the network path is not shared. So the E drive is not shared, but I don't have, like, if I go into advanced settings and share it, I can't share or not share. And then it's optimized for general items. Now you never ever want to change this. And then the recording, you've got the disk burning of select disk burning drives that Windows will use by default. And anyway, and then you've got the actual disk, the physical disk, and it's even got the appropriate logo, which is amazing to me. Go SanDisk. I don't think SanDisk likes this behavior because otherwise I wouldn't have that logo. That logo is too perfect. So let's get a close-up of that SanDisk, because I think what's happened here is, I think, just like in the video I just watched, that what we have is a film disk, like the old camera that failed, the film disk. Hey, just because it failed doesn't mean you can't bring back a failed thing. But I think I do. I think I might have. We got the CD, so that'd be your, let's see, what kind of disc would that have been? Well, that's going to take a little bit more research on my part, but I'm going to make an assumption here, or a guess. I'm thinking, since I've already known there was a lot of partition problems. In fact, we can take a quick, what the dentists used to call Looksee here. Would you shut up? Sorry, I've got somebody here that is just here to annoy me. What's your name? Never mind. Okay, so anyway, apparently they don't want, apparently they have something to do with this problem, or they wouldn't be annoying and bothering me all the time. Plus that, they just passed gas. And, you know, go out of the room if you're going to do that. My God. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I was talking to one of my cousins. They said the one who smelt it dealt it. It's a mature family. Anyway, so this is kind of turning into a little bit more of a, this is the part where I'm supposed to not have to talk to people, where I do the talking. But for some reason, I need like major crowd control. I'm not kidding. And I can't afford crowd control. I probably could if these ideas that I generate were actually able to be, capitalized on and profited by me and not others. There was something else here I was going to show, and that would be, leave that one on. I do. Anyway, so if you have gas, could you please leave the room? You're embarrassing me. Don't. I actually deleted all these last night. Boy, somebody's really giving me a hard time today. They think they're sneaky because of well, everyone already knows, so why go into it? Now look at this. Okay. Oh, who was that? Isn't that funny? Like, I see that, I'm like, my world just stops, It's amazing what a kind, compassionate person can do just when you like accidentally see them because your camera lifted up a little too much. No, I don't want to endanger their life around my family. Okay, let's see. Okay, now this is what I find really funny, is that the use of the word healthy with these partitions. I've never seen anything quite like this. All right. Yes, I'll do a Greg Turkington. Okay. Anyway, all right. Okay. I have an uncle who's in love with who was it? Tim or what? Is that Fester? He's in love with everyone. Okay. Here we go. No, I don't. Leave her out of it. Okay, got partition 1, partition 4, partition 5, partition 6, partition 7, and then we got it's not U2 or anything like that, but it's U3. Just saying U2 makes me want to listen to music. And then we've got C. So we've got the NTSF, which is acceptable. The boot page file looks fine, sort of. But look at all this. Partition 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Now, and then the disk itself, which would be F, and I've got that formatted. Everyone's always saying about that word I use, obfuscate fat. That's what I'm talking. You knew that, right? Yes. Okay. It's just it's a it's a format for a drive. FAT32, 32-bit, that is. And so this is just, it's funny if it didn't cause me physical pain and emotional distress, and a lot of hospital bills. So we've got these services, and I actually own the software, but for some reason somebody else thinks they do. And it's somebody who wants to really like use some unnecessary technology, which basically try not to own every, crime, right? Let me just walk through this a little bit before you try to identify yourself. All right, so somebody who really gets fancy with the Microsoft GS Wave table synth. I mean, a lot of this stuff is just piled on. Like every time I tried to fix something, I guess they felt it was a challenge, or they really wanted to follow me around that badly. So they would up the ante. So it started out with a gateway, an unnecessary gateway, and it ended up with a Raylinks router and a satellite, or several satellites. And if anyone says, oh, Sherry, prove it or whatever, where's the proof? Then I would just go and look right on the list of Wi-Fi devices. Why is it on this machine? I don't know. First of all, this isn't a laptop. Now, could you please hold your questions till the end? No, it's not. Okay, now I was telling you before that I don't think we have Wi-Fi here because we have WD. YD. And then the clock proxy and the streaming and the service proxy and the T-Sync to T-Sync converter, the Microsoft trusted audio drivers. I wouldn't trust any audio in this place, man. It's just for some reason, a lot of people in Greenwood suffer with loudness issues from other people. Not to name any names, I don't know who all it is, but I do hear other people complaining about noise. Like, it's just spittle. Okay, and then you got there was something on here that really bothered me the other day. High precision event timer, high definition audio control, composite bus, legacy device, okay? AC, they probably made up their own thing just so they could call it compliant. They probably liked that word compliant, so they just made something up. Speaking of making something up, if you're going to try to work with open source stuff, don't stick a licensed product of Microsoft Windows in GitHub. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole area of law that covers open source material. This is what I turned off: remote desktop device redirect bus. Okay, now let's just and then we got CMOS system. Wow, I haven't seen that for a long time. CMOS is like your BIOS battery. So I've got that little ukulele tuner BIOS battery. It's just the same kind of battery. It's just a lithium. You can get them at the store, and they're, my brother-in-law Carl, cool guy. He gave me this, and gave me a ukulele, which I love. But it fell off my bed and broke, unfortunately. So we've got this CMOS real-time clock. Okay, clock. CMOS is a BIOS thing. So I changed the battery. I don't know, just curiosity, I guess. Now, one thing I usually check right away. You go ahead. Which do you think That's right. You did a good job. Now, bye. All right, safe mode, or safe. Safe removal required, false. Okay, so you can manipulate your BIOS, which is supposed to be before. For those of you who are watching the stuff without focusing on what I'm saying, the BIOS isn't part of the operating system. It's like the foundation. So you don't want to build your house on sand, and you don't want to fill your house with sand. So to manipulate your BIOS in your operating system, I think is kind of arse backwards. So we got the volume manager for all these volumes because a drive and a volume are similar. There's probably little distinctions. Children. This, I don't know what, it's usually called like a child drive or something. Children. One is volumes. I've never really heard of it this way. Excuse me. Whenever I have something wrong with my ear, I cough. I went to the ENT, when I was like 15. I've actually got a picture that was taken right after I had my tonsils removed. And the ENT said that he had a certain number of patients that when he would examine the ear, if it touched into at a certain point, that I would start coughing. And he said it was just something some patients had. So he got a lot of volumes going on here, a lot of volumes. And you got the USB store pound or hash or whatever right there. And the other thing I usually look at is that a problem? Nope. Well, who's the manufacturer? Some people say, Sherry, who manufactured this? And I just say, well, it says Microsoft in 2006. And then it's got a driver, which I'm not sure why. System device. And then the location is simply unknown. I'm sure somebody could find it. You got your remote desktop hub. You got your virtual drive emulator. So basically, I think where I'm going with this is, first of all, this is Windows Pro Professional, and I can pretty much guarantee you that I'm probably the only person that I know in town who could safely use this without bucking up the entire internet. But unfortunately, I've got a lot of people in my stuff. What I got? Oh, okay, that's cool. So that actually is on there. So I think I found the disk. This is where I used to keep my homework from school. Please don't talk like that. Oh, sorry. I forgot to speak with volume. Okay, videos, because I don't communicate with the Bluetooth hearing aid, or what, I don't know what they're called. I think the FCC has some regulations out on that. Anyway, docs. This is where my homework used to be. I kept it on this little disc. It's actually been plugged into my professor's computer before. Janet Renwick, I think it's Dr. Janet Renwick is her name. That's what they call her. It's because it's her name. So I was trying to think of why this is recursive. I think it's because I'm filming it. I don't know that actually represents an IP, hypercam IP for each screen. I've seen this effect in Linux, but you can choose this effect in Linux. So I'm kind of fascinated by weird little stuff, little weird, quirky stuff. So then I'm going to go back here, and I was going to look something up, and that was U3, which is probably the band it's probably like the people who are going to kill the people in U2 and start U3 the way it is around here. We live in a rough neighborhood. SanDisk Cruiser. Thank you. So I was going to look up this UC3. Academic calendar. Satellite Grado. This is weird. Let me get a look at this. I've never heard of this. Okay, so this is new to me. The UC3M ESSS Satellite Grado in English Text 2 Mixta. And then they've got the internet cached, or they've got basically the internet cached, which I haven't seen since about 2009. So I'm not sure why they're doing that at all. It's just weird. Like, why would you cache Google? You know? Why? Okay, let's see what this academic calendar is. Okay, I saw the word pipeline it was a flash. I'm going to see if I can find out what that means. I'm assuming it's an internet pipeline, but I'm not sure. Dockside. Okay, got that out of there. And then let's see if we can find that hidden element. Bus Kadar. That's not where I saw it. I saw it. Okay, well, that's not important. That's the kind of thing I can look into on my own. And close this. And I think I'm going to try to see if I can just upload this video, because it seems like a lot of people are forgetting that I'm not actually live streaming to my knowledge. It says offline. And it says go live. I can't hear myself though. And all I see is this heart, and nothing's moving here. There's usually a red line if it's live. So anyway, I'm going to close this session down here. Take a look at my tweet deck. I think that's real pretty. I made this, oops. Let's see if I can get focused here. I made this heart glitch right here. Glitch. Now I'm going to check my tweet deck and see if we've got any activity going. A little bit. Got a little bit. Okay. There's the alleged doctor. Because everyone knows that just because his last name is Doctoro, he's an alleged doctor. I don't even know what that means. That's his. Look at that floating hair. It's like a spaceship. A spaceship over some cubicles. Because I did that, you know, I made him mad or whatever, you know, or somebody mad because I made fun of his hair. I'm like, if he wears his hair like that, it's because he can. You know, it's almost like, to me, it's like a power thing. Like, look, I can have my hair look like a comb over and I'm still, you know, being successful or whatever he considers himself. Because he doesn't have to wear his hair like that. He could change it to make it look, you know, more fake real. He just wants it that way. I'm not defending him. I don't believe in anything he believes in, but I'm not going to sit there and say you can't wear your hair a certain way. I'll make fun of it all I want, but I got over it a while back because, I mean, how long can you make fun of his hair? My hair looks like crap right now, too. Okay, I'm out.